rebound. It's kicked out. De La Salle, no good. And that one's going to roll around. But if you're Rebels head coach Andre Desjardins, you're going to be happy with 3 opportunities on the offensive end on 1 possession, getting on the offensive glass early.
Yeah, we're going to have our first substitutions of the game. Let's just see who's entering in.
Checking in Stephanie Irvin for the first time, as also checking in, I believe, was Quincy Sago.
So both teams are currently 0-2 from behind the line. Let's see if they continue to shoot from outside or try and get a little bit closer just to get some easy baskets.
So correction, it's Zoe Campbell checking in instead of Quincy Sago, as Rusinek still controls the point and kicks it out. Or correction again, Sago is in the game. I miscounted the wrong people coming in, but it's a turnover as going the other way. It's the Rebels, and in for the first time, Michaela Desjardins into the corner for 3. That one's good. It's De La Salle.
De La Salle sinks the first 3-pointer of the game. They now lead 5-2.
Rusinek, guarded by Quasitia. Xenofontos trying to help out. Now will take it. Swings it over to Campbell. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Xenofontos at the top. Rusinek almost with a travel, and that shot does get off on time. But it's missed there by Sago, and the Rebels go the other way. Yeah. And in the corner, it's Quasitia.
Now that's tough. Stephanie Irvin was parked right there in the paint, calling for it, looking to use her big body as the center. Unfortunately, unable to get the inlet pass, or the inlet pass. Change sides, but Redmond will regain possession.
And quickly back in, Jessica Fuerte. Also coming in for the first time, it's Elle Adams. Adams with 12 points in the loss, which was the last game for Redmond, a 61-60 loss to the reigning champions from the J. Addison School, as that shot's no good, and it's rebounded by McFarland.
Nice way to get right into the paint. Go for a nice little pop. Unfortunately, they're able to get it full.
De La Salle in and out, inside. And she's going to go to the line for the first free throws.
Move by De La Salle. Moving jab step with the right hand into the lane. Tried to scoop it in, but was fouled on the arm, and she will head to the line to shoot 2.
So Jessica Fuerte back in for the Redmond Redhawks, and you would think she's going to get a lot of heavy minutes today. Leading scorer for the Redhawks in their last game, 22 points in that very tight 61-60 loss, as the first free throw is no good. And Ryan, you're coming off, if you're Redmond, you're coming off a 61-60 loss.
Yep.
It's 1 point. The game's right there, but it slips away from you. What do you got to do to re-lock in and refocus? What do you got to do to try and get yourself back in the win column?
It's tough. I mean, I think one of the things that you have to focus on is the things that you're doing well. Take away the lessons that you learned from that and try and figure out how you can execute better. 1 point loss isn't a big deal. That could easily be a shot here or there, a foul there or there. So it's nothing to really worry about. You just got to keep on grinding.
Driving in is Adams. Left hand.
Nice little lefty finish there by Adams. It's Ella Adams from Redmond Hawks getting on the board for the first time for herself.
McFarland, guarded by Campbell, trying to find a way inside. Tried the backdoor feed. And stepping on the end line was Alicia Balan.
Yeah, tried to get it through 3 Redmond defenders. Unable to on that bounce pass. So it will be Redmond ball.
Taya Desjardins checking in for the first time. Comes in for Brielle Quasitia.
Yeah, and they're going to press her. So they had 2 on her to force that inbound. Not giving Redmond any easy opportunities to bring it up the court.
So it'll stay with the Redhawks. As also checking in for the first time is Margot Lemon-Ukes.
So looks like we're going to try and see how they can employ. Yep, and they do the trap bust.
And coming up, Elizabeth Shapiro.
Yep, Shapiro looking, surveying from the outside. Doesn't like the handoff opportunity there.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Does not find Fuerte. Running after it was Adams, but it slips out of bounds.
A little bit of a miscommunication. Fuerte dipped on in the inside. Well, Shapiro tried to make that pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. Rebels ball.
Balan, as we have a stoppage.
Let's see what the call is. So looks like it's going to be a shot clock era, and they will restart.
And back in for the Redhawks, we've got Natalia Marchand in for Stephanie Irvin.
Yep. Still keeping a little bit of size there. Bringing in with Marchand still there in the center, so not playing completely 5 out.
Inside, that was Ines Isusi who lost the ball on the way up.
Yep.
And the ball will go in Redmond's direction. 5-4 for the visitors with 4:22 left to go in the first quarter.
Yep, Marchand doing an excellent job on defense there, just putting her hands up, forcing her to make the shot and forcing the miss, so it will be Redmond ball.
Shapiro with kind of a pass off into a ball screen as Fuerte inside for Marchand. What pass to Sago, and a nice backdoor feed there to Quincy Sago.
Yeah, and that was a nice double team there, but fantastic work there by Redhawk Shapiro as she looked to break that 2-on-1 and get the basket.
That one stripped away by Fuerte as inside is Shapiro, and she's going to get tied up with De La Salle. Possession arrow in favor of the Redhawks.
Yep.
So it will remain Redmond ball.
Yep, no jump ball at this level, so it will be Redmond possession. On the inbound under the net. Let's see what they draw up on a set play.
Emma Burke checking in for Ella Adams.
Ella Adams just giving a quick little breather here. They had the back cut there for Marchand, but unfortunately the Rebels were able to deny that. Let's see this high post screen.
Shapiro out to Sago. Finds some space and pulls the trigger.
Yep.
That one no good. And falling to the floor there. And that's going to be a foul on the Redhawks.
Yeah, so Sago had an opportunity to get a nice little look after facing that two-person pressure. Missed rebound, but there will be a foul. So again, to try to regain possession. Rebels ball.
So Isabella Xenofontos checks back in for the Redhawks, and coming back in for the Rebels, you've got Gabriela Uanze as well as Layla Christopher.
Well, De La Salle facing pressure.
It's Uyenze at the top.
Yep.
Dishes it off to Lemon Ukes, trying to find the backdoor feed and does down low. That is Balan, misses the layup, but it's taken by Uyenze. And back out to Balan. Desjardins misses the first pass. That one saved by Uyenze. And that one missed short. Good shot attempt, though, just did not come up with it. And it'll be Redmond going the other way as we have just 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Rebels doing an excellent opportunity, putting pressure on Redmond's defense. But unfortunately lost a little bit of control there as it was a bit of a sloppy possession, giving the Redhawks the opportunity to have possession right now.
Fuerte. Xenofontos guarded heavily by Uenze.
Yep, nice screen there by Xenofontos to create space.
Shapiro going to the line for two.
Yep, so nice little handoff there, creating space for Shapiro. Shapiro gets an easy opportunity. We'll foul and we'll head to the line to shoot two.
Shapiro, a very impressive young athlete, 4 sports, track, flag football, volleyball, and basketball, of course. And actually her hope is that she goes D1 for beach volleyball.
Yeah, that'd be a great opportunity. Canada basketball, or actually Canada volleyball, just coming off a silver medal in this Olympics. So maybe we'll see her in the next couple of years.
And that one no good. So 0 for 2 from the charity stripe, as now an aggressive defense and a jump is going to be called. Possession arrow does stay with the Rebels.
Great job there by Shapiro to force the tip.
However, just a few seconds now for the Rebels to cross center court. And I think that's exactly what Andre Desjardins is thinking right now, trying to draw up a play for this situation.
Yep, we're almost at the 2-minute mark. Hasn't been too much scoring in the last couple of minutes, so let's see what both coaches can kind of come up on this possession. Redmond leads by 1, 6-5 right now.
So, Ryan, we talked about Redmond, and we talked about having to bounce back from
Yep.
such a close defeat.
Mhm.
And you've got the opposite storyline on the other end.
Yep.
You've got a team that, did not come out and play like their usual selves and got dominated in a sense in a 50-point loss.
Mm-hmm.
What's the mindset from a coach's perspective and getting your team rezoned in, trying to kind of forget what happened in the past.
Well, I'd say it's an early season. I mean, neither of these teams have played. We're not even close to being halfway through the season. So in terms of what you do, honestly, it's very much the same in terms of keeping your team locked in and not getting too down on themselves, understanding that, yes, they've got a lot of work to do. And, as long as you put in the effort, you can kind of get there. It just really depends on kind of understanding maybe there's a change in offense. Maybe there's some early player dynamics because we are so early in the season. But from their perspective, you got a lot of work to do, and you may have an uphill battle. But if you're ready to work, then you can turn the season around, no problem.
So that inbounds pass, beneficial for the Rebels as it was swatted out of bounds by Shapiro, but now in the front court are the Rebels as that one, another tip pass and taken on the baseline
Pass right there
by the Rebels, and Taya Desjardins driving inside. Nice speed. As now up top, Michaela Desjardins.
Nice.
Fuerte.
There by Fuerte, not biting on the step back, meeting her right at the top.
And a great save there. Uyenze.
So Uyenze intercepting. She's been jumping passing lanes all game. And yes, that will be a double dribble.
Her mind was thinking a little quicker than the hands on that one for Taya Desjardins.
You get the turnover. You try and lead the fast break. Sometimes you just get a little bit caught up and it's a turnover.
On the inbounds back into the game, Emma Burke.
So Taya Desjardins there with the turnover, unfortunately.
And it's Fuerte into the corner. Burke's three-pointer. That one misses a little long, but chasing down the rebound. Shapiro, that's inside.
Keep her hands up. Throwing down, nice little bounce pass down to the Marchand off the glass just to get two. And the Redhawks extend their lead.
Uyenze might have got hit on that jump shot. Missed wildly to the left, but no call. Redhawks going the other way. Inside again for Marchand. That one no good. Rebound still loose. Eventually secured by Uyenze, who goes the other way with some speed into the corner. Taya Desjardins. Correction, that's Michaela Desjardins, but it's a traveling violation. And we will be going the other way with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. 8-5, the Redhawks lead.
Uyenze's been everywhere in this first quarter. On defense, on offense, leading the break, intercepting passing lanes to create turnovers and creating more opportunities for our team. So that's what you want to see from one of your stronger players. So great job there by Uyenze.
Ellie Rusinik back into the game and brings it in deep, as that is also Stephanie Urban who's back into the game, and that one was snatched by Gabrielle McFarland. Going the other way, Desjardins.
Great possession right there.
Uyenze inside. Michaela Desjardins from the corner. That one no good. Rebound secured underneath by Christopher. And then it was stolen. So the Redhawks are going the other way as Fuerte comes up with it to Rusinik.
Fantastic there. Rusinik looking to make the pick out.
And our color commentator Ryan Miller with his first ball touch of the game.
I still got hoop dreams. Doesn't matter how old I get.
It's going to be a baseline inbounds here for the Redhawks.
Yep. So defending the inbound.
Zena Fontos goes down, and a foul is going to be called. So that's going to be the third team foul against the Rebels.
Yep. So don't think that they'll get in the penalty before the end of this quarter. So they should both be safe to play defense a little bit harder than they normally would, particularly on this possession with 1 minute left.
Fuerte inside, pull-up jumper. That one rattles around, but no good. And that one was tipped off of McFarland. So the shot clock will get reset to 14, and it'll be Redmond ball on the baseline.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to play in your own home court, have a better understanding of the flow, how the nets move, how the rims bounce. So Redmond certainly looks comfortable today.
That one slipped out of the fingers of Fuerte. And going the other way now, the Rebels. Uyenze inside for Christopher, and that one was taken away. A nice strip there by Emma Burke.
Excellent little push pass there from the Redhawks. Lead up front, heading to have an opportunity, but they will kick it back out once again.
And Zena Fontos hits someone hard as the ball was kicked out. Yep. No call, but a foul is called on the loose ball. And I believe the foul is going to be called on the Rebels.
Redhawks showing a little intensity there on the bench, cheering on their players after that hard-nosed play. Looks like we've got 2 players coming in for the Rebels. A little bit of a shorter bench there, so let's see how that affects them in terms of substitution patterns, energy. Can the Redhawks, will they be looking to wear them down as they play along? But
That one
still keep
not
it tight.
touching anyone off the inbounds.
Nope.
So the ball will go back to the opposite end of the floor, but it will change possession, as this is going to be, I would think, the last possession of the first quarter.
Yeah, you don't want to take. You're only down 3, so you don't need to do anything crazy right now. We're still only in the first quarter. Just try and get a good opportunity. If you don't, just make sure that there is not enough time on the clock for Redmond to come back down and get a clean shot.
6 seconds, 5 now. It's Christopher. Gives it off to Balan. She's going to pull up. And that one, no good. Rebound secured by Zena Fontos. And at the end of the first quarter, a defensive showdown as we've got an 8-5 game. Redmond leads at home as we head to the second.
Yeah, I mean, despite being home, not in foul advantage by any means. They were 4-2 right there in that instance where the Rebels taking it to and playing a little bit more physical than the Redhawks right now. So we'll see if that changes through as we go on. But good first quarter by both teams. What did you think, Zach?
I thought we saw intensity.
Yep.
I thought we saw hustle.
Yep.
I thought we saw people getting on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of now getting the shots to fall.
Yeah, I certainly want to clear it up. We saw a couple of sloppy possessions from both teams, but as you work into the flow of your offense, pass coming a little bit clearer, a little bit crisper. Offense starts to flow a little bit better. So let's just see who can create more opportunities as we head into the second.
And I'm sure, Ryan, the exact message we're talking about right now is the message that's being relayed both by Redmond coach Warren Williams, coaches very experienced in the realm of coaching. Desjardins for the Rebels, over 25 years at the school, even coached with the national program for the U17 team, led them to a bronze in 2012 at the World Championships. And you look on the other side with Warren Williams, we're familiar with him. I mean, it was a while ago, but OCAA, the 2017-18 Coach of the Year for the Eastern Division was when he was coaching with the George Brown Huskies.
Yep.
Had a 48-19 record in his time at George Brown, and it led to 2 provincial championship appearances. So both these coaches with plenty of pedigree to their name.
Yep.
As the second quarter is about to kick off, the possession arrow is with, I believe it's with the Rebels.
Some fan celebrations here, a little bit of intensity, bring the crowd up here. Good energy, good flow today.
Or correction, it was with the Redhawks. So now at the start of the quarter, the possession arrow flips back to the Rebels as Rusinik is fouled by Balan, trying to get by.
Balan not understanding, looking to speak with the ref, trying to get a little bit of clarification on that call. Thinks that maybe there's a little bit of a double dribble there, but the appeal is not successful, and it will remain Redmond ball.
So it'll be Ella Adams to inbound for the Redhawks as there's 19 seconds on the shot clock. Still an 8-5 lead very early in this second quarter. As that one tipped away right away, going the other way, Asusi lays it up with the left, no good.
A little bit of a late foul call there. Susie making it to the turn it over, going hard to the net, but they will be fouled, and she will head to the line to shoot 2.
So Susie at the line trying to cut this game to just a 1-point deficit as she misses the first.
It's one of the, particularly in really tight games, those are the opportunities that you really kind of get upset, not necessarily upset with, but really want to have back. That's why they call it the charity stripe, trying to get a free point here. Can she bring it within? Yes. Joe, down by 2 at this point. Still lots of time left.
And we've still got press showing from Rebels, but Rusinik easily able to bring it over.
Yep.
And Irvin looking for an option will hand it off to Adams. 7 on the shot clock. Campbell inside. Irvin gets it spin in. A great find there by Zoe Campbell.
Yeah, so Irvin slipping down low for the nice easy 2. Great job there.
It's
good chemistry early on in this game.
De La Salle, who's back in the game, and she looked disgusted herself at the result of that shot. About 5 feet long of the hoop. And she's going to get back and regroup.
Yeah, we can hear Coach Warren Williams that's talking to his team, letting them know, hey, look, communicate, stay in formation, and keep going.
Xenofontos over to Adams. And it's right back up. Xenofontos has that one stripped away. Asusi on the floor trying to get it. And everyone's on the ground. There's a bunch of hungry dogs going for that loose ball. Sliding around the hardwood. And with 8:50 to go, the ball will go to the Rebels after the jump ball.
Lead is still 4 right now. Rebels back on offense, looking to cut back into that lead and put it back against the field.
It's De La Salle.
Yep. Nice set there.
The dribble, trying to find her way inside, and she's fouled hard, going up for it. A nice behind the back dribble, almost looked like she'd lose the ball out of bounds, but was able to come up with it underneath. And sometimes the best thing to do when you're down there is just get it up there, and you know, you can end up with a result just like now. She's at the line for 2.
Yeah, and she can fake McFarland, her teammate there, who laid that nice big screen there at the top of the three-pointer to clear open space for her to be able to move downhill and attack on the Redhawks, and she'll make her first. So the lead is now down to 3. We're about 8 minutes and 34 seconds into the second quarter.
That one missed. Rebound was taken by Adams. It was hit away by Asusi, but they say it last hit off of Adams, so the ball will stay with the Rebels, who have a chance to add on to the one free throw made by Cameron De La Salle, as Asusi with it on the low block.
Fallon showing there early, but unable to make a connection there, but still, they get a clean shot.
That layup was no good. The rebound was taken by Irvin, and we've got a foul called on Louis-Riel. So we'll be going the other way with 8:24 to go in a 10-7 basketball game. And checking back in, Michaela Desjardins in for Balan.
Excellent, still showing a 2-press press. But Redmond has no one there, and they have to inbound it before the 5-second, and they created the turnover. So excellent press job there by Louis-Riel, forcing that turnover there to go back on offense. So looks like the 2-person press worked, forcing the Redmond Redhawks to give up that ball.
De La Salle, Euro inside, and
that was a strong move there by De La Salle. Cutting inside, changing direction, going up strong. It's exhausting. It's not easy going continually attacking the basket. Will be her, I believe this is the 3rd time at the line. I have to double check that. But she, in her last chance, her last opportunity, she made the first 2, but will miss this one.
So De La Salle goes to the line for 2.
Looking to battle. Makes the second.
And she makes the second.
So we have another substitution. Will the ref? Not in time.
So at the table, Quincy Sago, who will get the opportunity to come in.
Calling a carry right there. Palm over.
Off the back of the Redmond turnover.
So Redmond has had a couple of tough possessions these last few times, turned it over on the inbound, and now with another turnover off of the carry, Louis-Riel have an opportunity to tie up this game.
Quasitia back into the game. Has it at the top, hands it off. De La Salle, Desjardins in the corner for 3. That's McFarland, no good. Rebound taken and off to the races is Burke. Inside, stripped away.
Maybe should have looked for an opportunity to kick it out, but tried to go strong up from the end. But again, it will be another turnover, so that's 3 straight turnovers.
McFarland trying to get the stretch pass, changed her mind at the last second, and just dragged the pivot foot.
Looks like Warren Williams will be ringing in Fuertes, looking to calm down that offense there.
Inside, Sago on 2, and gets fouled on the way up. So Quincy Sago going to the line for a couple free throws.
Yeah, excellent job. She was met by Louis-Riel right down low, but still went up strong. We'll get the foul and we'll head to the line and shoot 2. Excellent job there by Sago. Looks like we have another substitution entering in the game for Louis-Riel as number 7, Lemon Ukes.
First free throw right through for Sago, and the lead is back up to 3.
Butter. So, seems like every single opportunity that Louis-Riel gets to kind of chip back into this lead, Redmond is able to answer right back. Multiple opportunities to cut the lead down to 1 possession, but they will keep it at 2.
And now looks like the Red Hawks are out in a zone press.
Yep.
Able to break it the first time, though, as Desjardins got some space there, chose not to pull the trigger, and gives it off to De La Salle. Lemon Ukes right back to De La Salle. Inside, Asusi strong with the body, and it's going to go the other way on the offensive foul.
Ref says, hey, you can't push off with your hand right there. It was a nice move there, a little bit too physical. Can't extend your forearm out there to create separation. I do miss that type of post play, but unfortunately it's going to be a foul and it's going to be Redmond ball. But we do have a substitution, so Asusi will exit the game, and entering in, that is Christopher.
Both teams coming out in quite aggressive press right now.
Another foul. So, first quarter, we had 6 total fouls. Now we're up to 8. So this, as you were talking about, the intensity seems to be ramping up. Looks like we were just getting a little bit of a warm-up in that first quarter. Looks like these teams are really trying to battle, and they will now be, Louis-Riel will be in the penalty, so Redmond will go to the line.
And with a game this close, and so many fouls early in this quarter, I mean, it's really going to test the free throw shooting of both teams. I mean, what we've seen at the high school and, of course, at the college level in both Canada and the States, you see that the free throw shooting can at sometimes be a little suspect, but making both free throws there was Redmond, so now the lead is up to 6.
So despite having multiple opportunities, Louis-Riel continues to turn over the ball. And that's Russell. No, actually, correction. Burke.
Inside, going up with it. That one no good.
Great individual effort there by Burke.
And it's going to be a push on Natalia Marchand. So loose ball foul going against the Red Hawks. So Rebels take the ball with 6:56 to go in the first half.
So we may see both teams. We're at the 6-minute mark. Actually, more like the 7-minute mark. We've got both teams almost in the bonus here. So from now moving forward, we'll see free throws.
And that was just an immediate triple team off the inbound. That one getting passed by De La Salle into the Bermuda Triangle.
Yep. Campbell got in there and made that disappear.
Correction being made as the possession arrow was in favor of Redmond. So great job on the press defense to get the extra possession.
Marchand's coming around that screen and getting an 8 opportunity.
Sago, 2 straight offensive rebounds. That one no good. Loose ball secured by Taya Desjardins.
So Taya Desjardins meeting Fuerte, pulling back, looking to reset the offense.
De La Salle sees the shot, pulls the shot, no good.
Yeah, so De La Salle was looking for Christopher down low, went with the fake pass, pulled up, so it will be Redmond ball. Great little hesitation move right there, faking the inbound pass to drop it down low to Christopher, but will be a missed ball, but looks, is there a technical there? Not sure what the call is, but Sago will head to the line.
So 2 shots here, Sago with now 3 incredibly silky free throws.
Yep. Not even hitting rim, just falling right through, splash.
So I'm thinking it was a loose ball foul under the rim.
Because they're in the penalty, they're heading to the line.
As now both teams are in the bonus, so Louis-Riel, the next foul they take.
Sago with the pressure there. Fantastic pressure there, forcing the turnover. That was almost nearly intercepted there by Burke, but will remain Louis-Riel ball. So Sago making both free throws and then immediately turning on defense to force that turnover, but unable to get the ball back. So it will be Louis-Riel's ball.
Louis-Riel yet to find a way through this press. This time they do. It's De La Salle in the corner. And now that's Christopher inside, hop step.
Nice. There you go. Getting the ball, moving down low, hop step off glass. The 2 points, great job there by Christopher.
It's Louis-Riel's turn to press as Zoe Campbell will cross the timeline, has a lane to the rim, stops up, kicks it out to Burke. Also driving left, trying to go under with the right. And the rebound taken by De La Salle, but she is trapped, steps right through. Nice job stepping through the double team there as Lemon Ukes into the corner. Desjardins back up. De La Salle pulls the three. That one short. Rebound secured by Christopher. Tied up again, and another jump ball.
Wrestling there.
Game speeding up quite a lot with the press defenses. And it's going to remain Louis-Riel ball on the baseline. We're just about halfway through the second quarter. Redmond leading by 6.
So we've seen some great play there from Christopher on both ends of the ball, forcing turnovers down low and running down to the end of the court, being a big presence, trying to get at offensive rebounds, extending these possessions for.
Lemon Ukes had no choice at the end of the shot clock, but just to try the one-handed heave, it winds up short. And a shot clock violation, so another turnover for the Rebels.
Yeah, so Christopher down low, hands up, trying to be a big presence inside the lane. Unable to get another opportunity at, and it'll be a turnover, Redmond ball. Great little back there.
Fuerte keeps control, guarded heavily by Taya Desjardins.
Fuerte terrific on the ball, excellent possession there.
Marchand's three-pointer, no good, rebounds up and secured by Lemon Ukes, and swarming Lemon Ukes was 3 Redmond Redhawks as that one swatted away.
Exactly. Yeah, we've seen this on multiple positions. As soon as there's a rebound, we see the Redhawks 3 on them immediately on the ball, forcing turnovers and making it an absolute nightmare for Louis-Riel in the backcourt.
Gonna get a full reset on the shot clock as it's Louis-Riel ball. Christopher with that hard trap, take it away.
3-person trap, forcing the turnover.
And it's going to be a foul before the shot attempt, but in the bonus.
That's just smart play, though. You force the trap down low, force the turnover, and you have a player immediately there to intercept the ball. Louis-Riel hasn't been able to find the right outlet, and Redmond's been able to force multiple turnovers that we've seen in these last 3 possessions right there.
So we're just about halfway through, 5:02 to go in the first half, and timeout called here, I believe, by the Rebels. And Ryan, I want to ask you, because we've seen the intensity pick up, we've seen the speed of the game pick up, we've seen the press defense pick up. The difficulty is playing aggressive without fouling, especially for both these teams. We got 5 minutes of free throws to go in this second quarter. I mean, what do you think these coaches have to say to keep them at bay but still maintain that aggression?
I mean, it's energy, right? It's energy, it's engagement, it's not giving up. Obviously, you want to have your hands set. You want to be in the right position. No need to reach in. And like you said, we've got 4 fouls, 5 fouls respectively, and kind of avoiding bonuses in a free throw battle near the end. You want to be able to play close up, but making sure that you're intercepting passing lanes and not trying to create any fouls on the body. So what you need to see is you're getting inside that person's jersey as much as possible and just using your hands to create havoc, but not doing so much that you're creating physical limitations for that player. So that's what we're going to see.
Burke's first free throw, no good.
Yeah, and she knew it. As soon as that left her hand, she made a visible sigh. So let's see if she can regroup herself and make the second.
Second bucket, good, so splits the attempts. Redmond leads by 7, comes out again with the aggressive, and that one's taken away once again. Rusinek inside, Marchand, this one snatched out of the air by Lemon Ukes.
Desjardins going to have to come up with a strategy here, how to break this press. It's been 4 straight possessions where Louis-Riel hasn't even been able to get it over half court. So let's see. Desjardins clearly not happy. Now, when you see a 3-person press, there means there's 2 people who are open. So Louis-Riel just needs to be able to find that open body. Maybe that means pushing it deeper down court and not trying to go for that short pass.
Sego, that one no good. Rebound taken by Taya Desjardins. Lost it there, but it went right into the hands of De La Salle. And finally breaking this aggressive trap press, which extends into the front court. As it's skipped over. And that jump shot no good for McFarland. Uyenze back in, as it's De La Salle trying to send that backdoor feed for
Hey, it's the right idea. It's the right idea. McFarland made the smart cut down low and was trying to meet with that bounce pass, but it was going to go off Redmond player out of bounds, and it'll be Louis-Riel ball.
And pulling up for three, Taya Desjardins.
Looks like nice, excellent kick out there. Desjardins making it count.
Rusinek.
Back in.
Sina Fontos.
Excellent ball movement here. Oh, nice.
Shapiro has that one stripped away. It's Christopher. Correction, McFarland. And Uyenze back out. De La Salle for back-to-back three.
Oh, boom. That's a big three ball. Looking to cut into the lead to 2. Excellent shot. So.
And I believe an offensive foul was called on the Redhawks. Rusinek maybe pushing off to try and get to that inbound.
Yeah, that's one of the things, you know, that we're seeing this variance with the 3-ball in modern day basketball. When you're down maybe 6, 8 points these days, particularly with the way that players shoot, you know, 2 threes and you were down 6, you're now down 2. So great opportunity for Louis-Riel to battle back and actually correction they're down. Yeah, no, they still are down 2.
So correction's actually in the corner. Desjardins' 3 was called a very long 2.
Yep.
De La Salle with the 3-pointer, and it's 17-15.
You'll take 5 points.
Shapiro for Sago from the elbow. That one no good. A rebound secured by De La Salle. And now the Redhawks easing a little bit now on that trap.
Yeah, you can't play it the whole time. Got to be mindful of energy. Nice.
As that one just doesn't go, but a nice move with the right as now we've got maybe our 4th or 5th jump ball of the game. And the possession arrow is with Redmond right now.
Here I am being proved immediately wrong, trying not to foul, but teams still reaching in and forcing those jump balls, so active hands.
Rusinek is picked up full court by Uyenze.
Uyenze slowed up a little bit in this second quarter. And Rusinek trying to set that screen and just getting bowled over.
Desjardins inside, skips it into the other corner. Lemon Ukes. De La Salle back to Lemon Ukes. Driving inside, opposite corner, back up top. Desjardins, the lob.
That's her second 3 to back. Desjardins heating up.
Louis-Riel's first lead of the game, or should I say first lead since it was 2-0.
Yeah, 18-7. We're almost at the 2-minute mark. And it looks like Louis-Riel is re-engaged in this. Bench players cheering on their players.
Nice turnaround there by Burke. No good, though.
Yep. McFarland being a big body to secure and end that possession for the Redhawks.
Lemon Ukes. Inside, McFarland has it stripped away, keeps possession, inbounds, back out. Uyenze inside. That looked like a couple steps.
I was going to say,
they're going to count the bucket.
Got some few frequent flyer miles on that one.
But that might have been the Eurasia step right there.
Even further distance. I like that. I like that reference. That's good. But we're going to have a quick timeout. So Redmond, who've led this whole game, are now down 3 points. So Zach, what did you notice there in that transition between having the lead and now playing from behind with about 2 minutes heading into this end of the second quarter?
Ryan, it's about who's making shots right now. One team is making shots and one team's playing great at the other end of the floor, but they just haven't made their shots yet.
Exactly.
Their shots will come, but I mean, we saw how much of a commanding presence the Redhawks had when they were utilizing that extreme trap defense. We haven't seen them do it the last couple minutes. Maybe you turn right back to it to try and get yourself the lead going into the locker room.
Yeah, but all credit to Louis-Riel. They hung in there, stayed just close enough so that when that trap ended, they were able to strike, hit a couple open shots, and take the lead. It's not easy facing that type of defensive pressure continuously and still holding your head up and just trying to get back into your offense. But Louis-Riel has done a fantastic job, and they now have a 3-point cushion thanks to 2 back-to-back threes there by Taya Desjardins.
Xenofontos, who checks back in. Inside, nice feed for Adams. And Ella Adams will go to the line for 2, and coming up a little hobbly on that one is Gabrielle McFarland.
Xenofontes just knows how to operate from that high screen position, able to operate, use that big body to look over top of the defender and drop off that pass down low over to Ella Adams. And Adams taking advantage of it, and she will head to the line. So great two-person game right there. Inbound pass, looking over the defender to find teammate down low.
So McFarland, who might have just rolled her ankle, checks out, in returns Layla Christopher as the first free throw for Ella Adams, no good.
Yeah, and the story continues, just like you were just talking about there, Zach. Gotta make shots. Someone had lots of opportunities, just they haven't fallen. But they will get back. Adams cutting this lead down to 2.
And they do come out again in that trap defense as Desjardins able to get it. Louis-Riel prepped for the press that time as De La Salle, open lane, inside with the right, gets it to go.
It's kind of like a play action in football. Once you start hitting those 3 balls from outside, you've got defenders collapsing on the outside, which leaves open driving lanes to get the easy 2 down low.
Shapiro steps her way through. Burke, Adams, baseline, driving. Good verticality there by Christopher, but securing her own rebound was Adams. And the shot clock did reset, even though it shouldn't have.
I always like that word verticality. I always remember that being introduced when Roy Hibbert was in the game. And that was literally just be tall, put your hands up, don't jump, don't bite on any pump fakes, and just be a big presence. So great job there by Christopher to force a challenging shot there by the Redhawks. So we're at about the 1-minute mark. Redmond has struggled with their offense over the last 5 minutes. They've allowed the Louis-Riel Rebels to go on a little bit of a run here. They were down 7, they're now up 4. So a nice little 11-point swing there by the Rebels. Good job there by Louis-Riel. So not giving up and showing some real fight here, taking it to Redhawks on their home court.
So with just 3 seconds on the shot clock, Warren Williams calls a timeout for Redmond, trying to draw up a quick situation here, as you got to find a good quality shot in a very short amount of time here.
Yeah, but it's still enough time to take a dribble and get at least a shot off. You don't have a lot of time. You don't have to necessarily draw up something that gets you immediately to the basket. It could be a high screen up to the top to get an open 3. Could be a nice little kick out around the 3-point line to just get, around the free throw line just to get a nice easy shot there. So we'll see what the teams draw up here.
So as we come out of the timeout, exactly 60 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, side out of bounds here. Let's see you.
Louis-Riel completely flipping the script here in the second quarter, retaking the lead as Fuerte with 1 second. No good rebound taken by Lemon Ukes. And pressed heavily once again by the Redhawks, but the Rebels able to break it this time. Looking on the other side there for Lemon Ukes was Christopher. It was tipped away by Adams, eventually re-secured by the Rebels, but out of bounds, and it will go back Redmond's direction.
Yeah, Lemon Ukes making a little pump fake to go underneath, didn't have enough room and went out of bounds, so it will be Redmond ball. So nice thinking there by Lemon Ukes, but unfortunately with the turnover.
Fuerte for Shapiro, inside, baby jumper goes.
So Shapiro, as soon as she received that ball, nice little head fake, creating separation, able to go up for 2 and cut into this lead. And it's now 2, probably on the last shot here.
Uyenze, Lemon.
Huge defense there by Burke.
That's Emma Burke, who has had games this season with 3 blocks. And I believe she's got a couple already today. She went the other way.
Yep, so Burke turning defense into offense with the block, getting the ball, going coast to coast, and she will head to the line.
One of the co-captains of this Redhawks team, won the Redmond MVP last season. Goes to the line for 2 here as Natalia Marchand checks back in for Xenofontos. And you've also got Inez Esusi checking back in for Layla Christopher.
So Burke looking to settle herself down a bit here before these 2 shots. 10 seconds left. That's the first.
That's the shooter's bounce right there.
Yep.
Off that front rim with the backspin.
Absolutely.
It's a coach's best friend right there.
Absolutely. You're on home court. You know how these rims bounce. Yep, so Rebels will have one last opportunity, and they look to try and convert this quickly.
4 seconds on the clock from deep. Asusi, no good. Rebound secured. And that will end the first half. And we end in a dead heat at 22 points apiece. And this is a game of runs.
Yes.
That's the way basketball's always been. And it's been going back and forth. And we end up right where we were at pretty much a 0-0 ball game going into the second half.
Hey, I mean, you can't complain. Look, both teams not getting too down on themselves, not allowing themselves to, you know, offenses to get destroyed here. So great, fantastic time. So we will be back in about 10 minutes. You're tuned into the
Welcome back to our game of the week. We've got about a minute till the start of the second half. It's the Redmond Prep Redhawks going up against the Louis-Riel Rebels, and it is knotted at 22 as we head into the second half. And you know, Ryan, it was a back and forth competition in that first half.
Yeah, Redmond took the first quarter. Louis-Riel battled back. So it's going to be an interesting battle. We've got Cameron De La Salle, who's leading all scorers right now with 10 points. So was feeling the hot hand with a couple of threes and a couple early baskets. So she's been feeling it from all over the court. Let's see if she can do some more damage as we head into the second quarter. For the Redmond Redhawks, they they were down. They gave up a 7-point lead. We're down at 1 point, 3 points. We're able to battle back near the end of that second quarter. So let's just see how it comes out in the second half. A little bit chippy in that first half. We've got a total of around, I think it's just over 15 fouls across the board on both teams. So both teams playing a little bit hard-nosed. But we've got Layla Christopher who's going to have to watch out in that game. She's got 3 fouls right now. Coach is going to have to be a little bit wary of that. May affect the substitution patterns. You know, Christopher is one of the big bodies down low. May affect their interior defense, so she's going to have to play a little bit more conservatively as we head into the second half.
And Ryan, I think you're seeing that right away as Christopher not starting the second half on the floor. It is Ines Asusi who takes her place as it's De La Salle being doubled at the top. Finds Asusi, wanting De La Salle to go back door as Uyenze inside with the right, no call, and that one's going to hit off her right hand on the follow-up. And it's going to go the other way.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration there from Lususe. Thought there was a little bit too much contact. She's been getting this whole game. Every single time she swoops into the lane, there's immediate hands met by from the Redmond Redhawks as she swoops into the lane trying to force that ball out. So a little bit of frustration there by Suze.
And Fuerte losing the ball on the drive there, stripped away, taken by McFarland, going the other way at De La Salle. Asusi gets it right back from McFarland, and it's Quasitia.
Oh, nice kick out there. Unfortunately, Asusi slid just a little bit over to the left-hand side as she was being met there with the pass from McFarland. It's going to be out of bounds, Redmond ball.
And it's Rusinek bringing the ball over the timeline. Guarded by De La Salle, taking the screen from Fuerte, going up, getting hit across the arm, and going to the line for 2 shots.
So, Redhawks continue to attack, use that high screen to get down into those passing lanes coming downhill, forcing the fouls. So, they will head to the line. Looking to put them in foul trouble early on in this third quarter.
First free throw good for Rusinek.
So Rusinek, couple baskets here. It's both. So Redmond continuing to show that they are terrific free throw shooters. Haven't had too many misses there. Getting the points when they need them.
Asusi finding Quasitia. Asusi back over to De La Salle.
De La Salle looking to plan out.
Alicia Balan back into the game. De La Salle, that one off the foot of Natalia Marchand.
Looking for that nice, simple little bounce pass down low to McFarland, but unfortunately it's going to go out. And it looks like we've got Thea Desjardins entry in the game. She was fantastic in that second quarter, hitting a couple key baskets to cut down the lead for the Rebels and help them get back into this game.
Balan underneath. That one rattles around and goes in.
Looks like both teams are continuing this seesaw matchup. No one's getting an inch right now. Asusi looking to jump that passing lane.
That was a drag of the pivot put by Rusinek. Turnover for Redmond. Ball going in Louis-Riel's direction as we're tied at 24 with 8:15 in the third quarter.
Yeah, Rusinek looked a little bit surprised there, but her foot did come up, so it is a turnover. Rebels ball, and it looks like we've got Redmond coming back on that trap, trying to force that turnover. And successfully getting it out to Susie.
And foul's going to be called on the floor. So it's going to be side out of bounds here for the Rebels.
It's just looking to split that defense there and get into the lane, but will be a foul and will be out of bounds, side out of bounds.
Down low, Balan out of control on the up and under. Rebound taken by Rusinek.
Yeah, met with a little bit of physicality there. Balan using her elbow to create separation, but unable to readjust and get that layup back again.
Xenofontos in the corner. That was Burke. No good.
So Xenofontos making the right pass there to pick out to the open shooter, but unsuccessful there from Burke.
Advanced to Balan, spin move, and lost it. Going through the spin cycle.
Just got to play a little bit more conservatively on that. There's no need, unless you're guaranteed, and that's something that you've got in your dribble package. There's no need to kind of do that. She's clearly a little bit frustrated on that opportunity, so it will be Redmond ball.
Rusinek has the ball taken away.
That's what you want to see from your sub.
And that's going to stay. That's actually going to go the other way with Louis-Riel. It did look like Desjardins.
Yeah, thought she may have poked that out.
They are going to talk about it, and they are correcting the call.
So it looks like we've got Irvin entering into the game. Warren giving a little bit of a pep talk just to, hey, you're coming in as a center. This is what you got to do. You're playing up against McFarland. Let's see what we see here from this possession from Irvin. Looking to establish herself down low in the paint.
I think we had a foul before the inbounds.
Yep.
So it stays with Redmond. On the ground, Xenofontos, Rusinek, up top, Fuerte, no good. Rebounded by Redmond. Another opportunity, double team down low. Balan going the other way, correct. That is Balan.
Balan needs to slow it down, probably thinking about that last possession, doesn't want to turn it over and pulls it back out.
Desjardins had the hot hit in the first and carries it right over into the second half.
So, still feeling the hot hand. That's her second three of the game. Excellent shot there by Tia Desjardins. Continues to be a pest, and that's what you want to see from your substitutions coming off the bench.
Fuerte trying to respond, no good. Rebound taken by Balan.
Balan needs to clean up that handle a little bit if she's going to be the primary ball handler.
And we've got Desjardins over for McFarland.
Yep.
Desjardins thought about it. Back to McFarland. Chose not to make the extra pass. Inside, fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound taken by Irvin.
Yep, thought about kicking it back out to Desjardins, but decided to go up a bit. Unfortunately, not enough leg on that one off the front ring.
Xenofontos mistaking the white tracksuit of Andre Desjardins as a Redmond Redhawk jersey. Ball will go the other way.
Yeah, Xenofontos, she's a very smart player this game. Has had some excellent assists here. Knows how to operate down low and in high positions, but unfortunately, a little bit of a miscommunication there as it went out of bounds. It's going to be Rebels ball.
So Desjardins will take her turn running point.
It looks like Rusick is not going to give her any opportunities to get a clear open shot.
Oh, she's got another one.
It's a fantastic opportunity. They're going to have to come up on her and press her and make sure that she can't get off clean shots. But successfully using that screen right there to pull up and take a nice three. So that's her third three ball of the game, and she now leads.
For Xenofontos, Zoe Campbell back into the game. Xenofontos with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Looking inside for Irvin. That one poked away, and it's tipped at the line. And a foul's going to be called with 1 second on the shot clock. Got to do a better job of understanding the situation, as now the shot will get reset to 14 seconds off the back of that foul by the Rebels.
Yeah, and Coach Desjardins clearly not happy with that. You're bailing out the defense with that when you foul them on possessions like that. I mean, you're bailing out the situations like that. So we'll now have another opportunity.
Burke with the left.
And that's exactly what you can't do. So a foul late in the shot clock gives Burke an opportunity to attack the hoop, and she will now head to the line to shoot two. So they're down 6 now. They've had a lot of the possession for this quarter, but haven't been able to get any shots to fall outside of the free throw line. But it will have to do for now as they look to cut into this lead.
And possibly a bright spot here for the Redhawks. The Rebels sitting at 4 team fouls in the third quarter, so they will shoot free throws the rest of the way.
Yep.
in this third frame as De La Salle with some speed into the corner. Lemon Ukes, that's a three, and that's no good. De La Salle with the offensive rebound. Nice draw. Gonna take the baby jumper from behind the backboard. That one no good, and the Redhawks going the other way.
Tough angle there, a little bit of miscommunication. The rebound.
Doing it at both ends. Taya Desjardins in the corner. Lemon Ukes gives it back. De La Salle.
So De La Salle talking to, looking, acting like a real floor general there, commanding their players around the court, looking to get them into solid offensive position.
Inside, that was McFarland, no good. 2 seconds on the shot. Desjardins has to pull.
So that hit the bottom of the glass, not the rim, so that will be a shot clock. Its clock did not reset. Unfortunately, Desjardins unable to get a shot off there, and it will be Redmond ball.
But for someone who's come off the bench this game, did not start, Taya Desjardins is the spark plug that Louis-Riel has needed in this game, which sees them up by 4 with 4:36 left to go in the third quarter.
That's exactly what you want for your six-man. Come in off the bench, provide energy, hit shots when you need them, play hard-nosed defense, and that's exactly what we've seen from Taya Desjardins this afternoon.
And back at the line again for, I believe it's her 5th and 6th free throw attempts of the game, is Emma Burke, who hits the first and leads down to 3 now.
Redmond continuing to show prowess from the free throw line. Haven't had too many misses there, but Burke does miss that, but they will regain the rebound.
And that's going to be a foul, not a held ball, as
can't grab from behind and try and force that jump ball. It will be a foul.
Came with the bear hug approach, and now Rusinek will get the 3rd and 4th straight free throw attempts.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you talked about just literally a minute and a half ago. Rebels getting themselves in foul trouble early, giving the Redhawks an opportunity to shoot from the line now. So this is actually going to be really interesting as we head down to the end of this third quarter, as the Redhawks look to cut into this lead. If they continue to attack the Rebels, they may force some people into foul trouble. Changes the mindset in terms of your defense, how aggressive you can play, as every single opportunity fouls may result in free throws. So they need to be careful about that.
Driving right, De La Salle trying to go over the top, rattles around, no good. Rebound taken again by De La Salle. Longer rebound taken again by De La Salle. 2 offensive rebounds on the possession, drops it off McFarland, and the hustle pays off for Cameron De La Salle.
So one of the leaders of this team showing exactly what it means to play with real heart, not giving up on the first opportunity, the second opportunity, the third opportunity, or the 4th opportunity, giving an excellent opportunity for McFarland to get that nice little 2-point there. So fantastic possession there from De La Salle.
Quincy Sago nearly losing the handle as it's now back up to Campbell into the corner. For Sago, 3 on the shot clock. That's a held ball. Possession arrow will remain with the Redhawks. Very interesting. 1 second on the shot clock here. What are you going to do?
So you're either going to have to either pull up immediately from 3, or you're going to have to get a quick little tip in down low. There isn't really an opportunity to shoot from anything from mid-range, so let's just kind of see what we see. It also depends on the shot clock operator. Will they start it as soon as and we'll see it? No. Yeah, refs knowing that there's no way that was 1 second, so blowing the whistle there before the shot clock could expire.
I know it was late. From our angle, it kind of looked like it was good for a second. It missed to the left. It was the right trajectory.
Yeah. Online, as they say.
And that one airmails.
So Redmond using that zone trap, meeting right at half to force the turnover.
So after the shot clock violation, the Rebels gifting the Redhawks another possession on the errant pass off the press. And Fuerte will bring it the other way with Redmond down 4, driving left, inside, strong move.
So Fuerte is a little bit cold there in the second half. And the start of this third has gotten back on the board.
Desjardins, good 3, that one no good, but another offensive rebound for the Rebel. Everyone's on, it's passed out. Desjardins, another one.
Incredible shooting there by Desjardins. So again, De La Salle making things happen as the point guard. A little bit of a mouse out in the house down low, getting that rebound, able to get that ball to kick out to Desjardins, who splashes it home for 3 and then making her 4th of the night.
Sago dribbles that one off the foot of Margot Lemon-Ukes, so the ball will stay with Redmond. 6 seconds on the shot clock, now down 7.
Rebels have been able to extend this lead. It was tied heading into the second quarter. Now they've extended it to a 7-point lead as we come down to the final minute 30, last 90 seconds of this third quarter, entering into the fourth. Both of these teams looking to get back into the win column after both facing some tough losses last week.
Shot clock issues were resolved. 7 seconds on the shot clock.
So finds it down low.
Great play off the inbounds. Gets Ella Adams a gift underneath.
Yeah, Ella Adams making that little step outside and immediately ducking down to get the easy 2. And that's a hard pass there by Taya Desjardins, looking to swoop in, use that one arm to wrap around and kick out. It's incredible that players can even do that at this, just the arm strength of the position to hit that pass to the outside shooter on the 3 ball on the wing. So great job there by Desjardins. Desjardins in doing playmaking, playing defense, hitting shots, has really, it's been her and De La Salle this whole second half. Fantastic work by both of those two.
So timeout's called here with the ball on the baseline for Louis-Riel. Timeout called by Louis-Riel, up 5 points, a minute 12 left to go here in the third quarter. And as you mentioned, it's been all about Desjardins, especially in this third quarter. 3 triples in the frame.
Makes you curious about matchups. So we've got Redmond losing by 1 point to the defending champs. Louis-Riel getting blown out by 50 points in their last game, but now they're up 7 over Redmond. So you may have thought that Redmond would have the upper hand in this game, but that's clearly not. That's clearly not the case right now, and this is what you tend to see variance from the 3 ball. Is when that 3 ball is falling, it's easy to extend the lead, and we've seen that from Desjardins tonight.
Absolutely, and you've got Redmond, a team who's still very much in this game at 5 points.
There's tons of time.
Searching for that first victory on the season, trying to get that at home today. Louis-Riel, a team trying to get their reputation back as Desjardins driving inside, trying to test the inside game. Another offensive rebound, back-to-back there, as going up and putting it in, Gabrielle McFarland.
So McFarland has had some 2 great possessions down low.
Fuerte with the ball now for the Redhawks. Trying to go underneath, looking for an option. It's Adams for Shapiro. Dribbling right, spinning left, gains control. And the 3-pointer for Adams. That's the response you're looking for.
Absolutely, so Adams having a nice little cut-in pass down low, is now stepping out behind the 3-point line, as she made work in the last few minutes, and it looks like Redmond is back in this game. Team is feeling a little bit more energized.
Desjardins with the errant pass, leading to the turnover as Rusinek directs traffic, and now it's over to Fuerte. Driving inside, it's up and in, and it's a 2-point game as we are into the last 15 seconds of the third quarter. Trap defense is on. Back into the game, Quasitia. The foul is Lemon-Ukes, and one more possession will come for the Redhawks, who can try to tie or take the lead to end the third quarter.
And that press had the Rebels playing a little bit frantically there on that possession. They had the time, they had the opportunity to not give up an extra shot, and now Resick will have an opportunity.
1 second, that one just short. And that will end quarter number 3. And this game of the week is living up to the hype. Absolutely. As we've had a tight contest all the way, started as a defensive showdown. And then we've seen the offenses start to explode, especially here in the third quarter, scoring 17 to 15 in that quarter in favor of the visitors.
Yeah, and you know, Redmond Redhawks, credit to them. Meeting a lot of incredible help defense there by the Rebels, but able to make shots when it matters, cutting into this lead. So weren't able to get anything in the start of that third quarter, mostly making their shots off of 3 throws, but in that later stretch, having a couple great opportunities. Adams finding, being able to cut down low, getting a nice easy 2, then stretching out to the 3-point line to hit that 3 to cut the lead down to 2. So again, as we've been talking about, game of runs and some excellent work there by the Redhawks. They now seem to be a little bit more engaged in this game, as they've been able to cut into this lead. And let's just see, as we head into this fourth quarter, if the Rebels can fight off and hold on for the win.
Once again, Redmond in Etobicoke, where we're about to enter the fourth quarter. And Ryan, we saw times earlier in the game where Redmond was able to execute such a great press.
Yep.
We talked also a lot about energy and when to use it, when to save it.
Yep.
It's been the most successful part of the game for the Red Hawks
Certainly.
today. When do you think it's engaged? How do you think it's engaged? How long do you think it's engaged for?
I mean, it really depends on how their offense is. In my opinion, in this instance, it looks like they've been able to hit. You're going to want to try and conserve your energy a little bit more on the offensive side so that you can get some nice, easier baskets. Now, it's a double-edged sword. If you play the press and you're able to force turnovers, which they've been able to do, then they can get some easy baskets within transition. But if the Rebels are able to break that press, then they leave them open to easy baskets on the other side. So it's one of these things where you have to be really mindful in terms of it's a close game. There's no need to necessarily put yourself in a disadvantageous position. All you have to do is play in a solid position and move as a unit and force turnovers the hard way, not trying to cheat and turning that into offense eventually. But let's just see how this turns out in this fourth quarter.
Getting fouled early was McFarland, and the foul's going to go against Natalia Marchand.
Yep. So, heading into the fourth, we've got a couple of people in foul trouble. So, let's see how this affects substitution patterns.
That's Uyenze inside, gets the layup to go.
Yep. So she's been on the bench for a while as De La Salle and Desjardins carried the offense, but she's back in here to provide a little bit of a spark to the defense and offense for the Rebels. Desjardins winding her way, weaving out the court.
De La Salle skips it back. Desjardins once more, no good.
A little bit of a heat check there. Taking that three, maybe there might have been a little bit of a better shot, but you're not going to be mad at that if you're head coach.
Good drop off for Marchand there, and Natalia Marchand will go to the line for a couple attempts.
Yep, and Redmond continuing to take it down low and forcing the Rebels to foul and create opportunities because they're a great free throw shooting team. They've got a great opportunity here to once again chip into this lead. Got to head downhill and force the Rebels into bad positioning. Rebels unfortunately unable to play defense and force those turnovers and make difficult shots, so they will head to the line to shoot two. That will be Natalia Marchand missing the first.
So Marchand misses the first. Last game in that 61-60 loss against the J. Addison School, she put up 8 points and 8 rebounds.
Yep, almost a double-double.
As she misses both on that trip. But that's a little too high for Cameron De La Salle. So the Red Hawks getting the ball right back, and there have been a few possessions like that today where they've been passes with fairly little pressure, and Louis-Riel just gifting the Red Hawks extra possessions.
Yeah, you're shooting your foot in those instances, and you got to limit that stuff if you have any hope of keeping the lead in this game.
Rusinek, nice behind the back dribble, opens up some space, left-hand floater, no good, and she's tied up, and it's going to be called a held ball. Possession arrow remains with Redmond, as Rusinek getting tied up there with Layla Christopher.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Christopher was clearly in the more powerful position, wasn't really held up that much, so I am surprised that they called that. Felt like a little bit of a quick whistle on my opinion.
Huerte to inbound. Out to Burke, working on Christopher. Inside, nice inside feed. Marchand puts it up and in. Lead back down to 2. Louis-Riel trying to extend the lead on this possession.
So McFarland and Christopher helping on that help defense, but great way to cast around that and get the nice easy 2.
Now a good press break done by the Rebels as Uyenze gets it down to De La Salle. Back up to Uyenze.
Uyenze, nice little hesitation dribble there.
Driving left, Christopher, that one no good. And Shapiro getting the rebound and will run the other way with some speed.
Yep.
Good fake pass. Once again, Marchand underneath. That one no good. Rebound secured, McFarland.
So just need to settle down here and not do anything. Yep, good job there.
Taya Desjardins. De La Salle.
Orchestrating the offense.
played 2 minutes in the final quarter of regulation as that one up and in. Layla Christopher extends the lead back up to 4 as Inez Zesusi back at the table. Also back at the table for Redmond is Ella Adams.
So great job there by De La Salle, able to get the nice easy assist there, help extend this lead.
Marchand getting fouled again, and we haven't said Natalia Marchand's name too many times in this one, but in the fourth quarter she has come out firing, especially on that low block, getting some offensive rebounds, and this is now her second trip to the line.
Well, she understands that both of the center and forward for the Rebels are in foul trouble there, so all you got to do is take it to them, use that big body, put pressure on them, and get back to the line.
Now 0 for 3, though, on those last 3 attempts from the line.
Yep.
You are working your way into foul trouble for the Rebels, but in a close game like this,
capitalize.
If you go 4 for 4, this is a tie game. Instead, 0 for 4, but they get the rebound right back.
Yep, Asuse intercepting, getting that passing lane to deny the entry on McFarland, and it looks like they're going to try and feed McFarland for the rest of this game.
So the ball is now in Louis-Riel's direction. And out with an aggressive trap. Quick passes here. This is just the old 3-man weave drill.
Yep. It's going to be out of bounds.
It's going to be a triple violation. Christopher dragging the pivot foot perhaps, trying to work it into the middle.
Yeah, no gather step there. Hadn't initiated her dribble yet, so I'm not going to give her the gather step, so it's just going to be a straight travel there.
Marchand ran into a traffic jam, but now it's Rusinek, and from deep, that one way long by Emma Burke.
Yeah, so great job there by Christopher finding McFarland to box out, not allowing her to get that offensive rebound to put back up, so it'll be out of bounds Rebels ball. So some great defense there. And those are the types of plays that don't get a lot of credit, but unfortunately turned over, and McFarland's right there.
It's Adams. Rusinek, her first three-pointer, no good. Yep. Marchand again trying, no foul called. It's missed. Everyone's on the floor once again. And there was a foul called.
McFarland clearly showing a little bit of exhaustion there from that last little sequence there. Up and down, trying to battle for those rebounds. It's not easy. It's not easy.
And so the foul was called on Marchand, so it's going the other way with the Rebels, who still lead 4 with just under 7 minutes to go.
Yep, so good job on breaking the press there. Christopher sitting right at the center end. Unfortunately turned over unnecessarily.
Fuerte, good defense by De La Salle, and a travel is called on the pass there.
A little bit too much forward momentum as she was trying to swing back to kick it out, but so it's going to be a turnover. So let's just see. The Rebels really need to just slow it down. They've got the point lead. They need to limit possessions as much as possible here and not give any points back and give any easy opportunities to the Redmond Redhawks. So play it slow.
And most importantly, that comes with breaking this press, which they were able to that time. And De La Salle will use some clock. There's 10 seconds on the shot clock, but another errant pass, which has been kind of a consistent theme for this Rebels offense today.
Desuse and De La Salle not able to connect on there. Desuse going to set that screen. And De La Salle thinking maybe she's going to pop out for a shot, and it's going to be a turnover. So can't have your wires crossed coming this late into the game.
Fuerte getting shoved on the way up and going to go to the line for 2 shots. And Jessica Fuerte is one of the most important players on this team, one of the co-captains, Redmond most improved player last season. We haven't heard much about her today.
No, but she did have a fantastic play to help kind of cut into this in the second half. Nice little hesitation to create separation and scoop in. She's also being, she's doing the stuff that isn't showing up on the box score. Bringing the ball up, forcing pressures, intercepting passing lanes. Maybe not seeing it necessarily on the defensive end, but in between all of those possessions, doing exactly what she needs to do.
It's Balan finding De La Salle, going up for the floater, and she gets it to go.
So Redmond had gone on a little bit of a run there, and De La Salle settling her team down and getting a nice easy 2 right there.
Rusinek once again at the points. And that one taken away, and the Rebels will go the other way as it's De La Salle over to Asusi, and looks like the Rebels will take some time.
Yep, Asusi heading downhill.
That was
And again,
a drag of the pivot foot
it's the
once
exact
more.
same thing. So, you know, if you're heading downhill, and that's one of the things that you always have to be mindful of. If you're going to come into that lane, you're going to pivot, you got to slow down, change your body weight. That foot, that weight will carry you, and it will be a travel. So when you're heading down low, having a better idea of what you're going to do with that ball as you enter into the paint, and that's going to be a quick strip there.
Uyenze gets it to go on the transition opportunity. Nice strip on Rusinek there.
Excellent job there by Uyenze, getting up close and forcing the turnover by Rusinek. Rusinek, who's had safe hands relatively this whole game, unfortunately with a costly turnover.
And another held ball, Ryan, and we're going the other way now as the Rebels once again taking possession.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to be decisive. You got to head downhill, and you got to either use your speed or power and kind of muscle through, but you can't just pull up, and that's what's been creating these turnovers. Not enough forward momentum there to push it.
Christopher at the top, long two. That one no good. Rebound Adams, very close to that end line, but she stays in. And it's Rusinek trying to make her way through the defense as that one's tipped, and now it's taken away and going the other way. De La Salle, she's going to go herself, going up.
That's the foul. So she had Uyenze there on the wing to help her out, but decided to take it to the cup, get the foul. So De La Salle has been incredibly safe with the ball this game. He's had some fantastic possessions and will continue.
De La Salle's first free throw is no good. 47-41, the score remains for the visiting Rebels.
She may want to take a little bit more time there.
We're over halfway through the fourth quarter as an offensive rebound taken by Balan. And coming back there aggressively was Rusinek on the floor. Asusi.
Call a timeout or something.
No timeout called.
No
They're just
timeout.
going to go another held ball. The Rebels do have 2 timeouts remaining. Probably looking to save those for a last 2-minute situation.
Yeah, Asusi just talking to De La Salle saying, hey, look, I couldn't turn over, passed out, trying to be more sure, and unfortunately it was a turnover. Maybe want to see a timeout in that instance, but it will be Redmond ball.
So Puerte will bring the ball up with the Red Hound 6. Spin move inside left. Christopher
meeting her on the level, getting up there and saying, get this bitch out of here. Doing my my best impression there. Some of the oldies, Jack and Matt Devlin.
That one no good. That was Adams taking the 3 and the Rebels going the other way. Layla Christopher with the ball. Skips it over. That one once again too far out of the reach of Asusi.
Yep, that's a hard pass going cross court to the 3 from the top. Lots of things can go wrong, and that's what we saw right in that instance right there. Unfortunately, unable to get her hand on the ball.
Natalia Marchand back into the game.
So after a couple, maybe a little bit of a safety blanket here, having Marchand back in the game, having a nice big presence down low, is able to work.
Shapiro dishing it off, down low, that's Burke. And Burke is fouled, and that's gonna be the 4th team foul by the Rebels.
I'm not mad at that. That's excellent team defense there by Layla Christopher, sliding down, seeing that her man had been beat, meeting her, forcing her to turn around, and then again, we've got Ballin there meeting on the turnaround to force it. So great help defense there.
Trying to go inside quickly as the ball was tipped underneath the basket by Asusi. Good positional play.
Yeah, Marchand's trying to slip down, get that nice easy bucket, sealing out Christopher, but unsuccessful. And let's see, we've got another pin down right again.
It's Adams. Thought about it. Now with Shapiro.
Shapiro, nice little jab step there as she kicked it out.
Quick trigger for Adams, no good. The rebound is secured, and that's gonna be a foul.
Is that her 4th or her 5th? It looks like it may be. Because Marchand's coming right back out.
And it seemed like Christopher was getting a little aggressive underneath. I know you're entitled to your space, but it did seem like that elbow was thrown directly into the stomach of Marchand.
Yeah, those two have been battling all night, so a little bit of frustration there, and ref's not going to call it. So that's good on Layla, but missed opportunity there from Ballin as she had a Uyenze coming back down low. And
Christopher hop step underneath, and foul's going to be called. It's going to be called on Stephanie Irvin. And both teams were going to be shooting free throws all the way.
Actually, looks like that's going to be Christopher. Yep, Layla Christopher at the line.
First free throw, no good.
They've still got lots of time, Redmond. Don't have to do anything too crazy here. Just have to get a couple of stops and a couple nice 2 baskets, and they're back in this game, no problem. Maybe a 3-possession game, but
I mean, not if you keep giving up those offensive rebounds, as Balan gets it once again. And there's 9 seconds on the shot clock. Have to look for an option. De La Salle inside, tried to get it in there. It's almost
probably
looks
should
like
have gone up with that. A little bit too unselfish. I'm the coach right there. I just want De La Salle, knowing how much time's on the clock, to just go up with that. I appreciate her looking to get her teammates involved in the game, but not at that opportunity. She had a nice, easy opportunity to go up for 2, and now they're going to be pinned to get this shot off quickly.
Christopher getting it off front, hits the rim, gets the offensive rebound inside. Uyenze gets it again, back out to De La Salle. De La Salle. The cut was too late on that one as it's back out to Uyenze. Into the corner, Isusi nearly trips over her own man, and that's too late. Shot clock violation.
Need to have a little bit more awareness there from Isusi. She had 1 second on the clock. She was right there. Probably could have flipped something up, but decided to kick it out to De La Salle. It's going to be a turnover.
So 6-point game.
Right idea. Absolutely the right idea to kick it back out to the open. She was just not enough time to convert it.
6-point game still as we're inside the last 3 minutes of regulation. Both teams coming off a loss, trying to get into the win column. Redmond trying to get in the win column for the first time this season.
Yep.
Shot clock, dying seconds.
Little kick up there from Rusick, and that's going to make it a 3-point game.
That's the lead in half as Christopher De La Salle wants to take some time off the clock, and that's a smart play, even though she had the open 3 there.
Yeah, limit the possessions.
Nice inside feed. Quasitiado, turnover, and we're about to go the other way. We're about to have 2 minutes remaining in the game as Rusinek, they have a chance to tie on this possession, and that one's short. Underneath, Shapiro going to the line with a chance to make this a 1-point game, 2:02 to go in the 4th.
So Shapiro bailing him out, going back up, getting the offensive rebound, continuing that possession, and going up strong, being fouled, and she will head to the line to shoot. Both teams are in the penalty right now, so any fouls moving in from this 2-minute mark will head to the line, and it may come down to free throws at this point. We're a 1-possession game. Redhawks have come alive in this last 2-3 minutes. Maybe you've seen like the energy was a little bit lacking. The Rebels just kind of holding on, getting the offensive rebound, seeming like the stronger team, looking to attack on the defensive end, but unable to convert on any of those possessions, and just allowing the Redhawks to just hang around there for that 3-pointer to go in and cut that lead down to 3.
It's going to make for an interesting finish, Ryan, especially right now you've got advantage on the scoreboard to Louis-Riel, but you've also got advantage in the free throw discrepancy to the trailing Redmond. Obviously, you said both teams now in bonus situation.
So, I mean, let's see. Earlier on in this game, Redmond seemed to be making every shot from the charity stripe, and then we had a couple of misses there by Marchand and a couple of makes over here by some of the other players on the Redhawks. So, can they convert? And like we said, it may come down to just a couple of free throws here.
So, Elizabeth Shapiro.
Shapiro will shoot 2. And it looks like the Redmonds are going to bring in Xenofontes and Fuertes.
That one rattling around eventually going back down. So this is a 2-point game now.
Gotta limit possessions here and play smart. No turnovers. And you gotta box out. You gotta box out. You really want to win this game and you want to take the lead, you got to box out and you got to limit those possessions. Can't give second chance opportunities, and that may come and bite the Rebels back. It may come and bite the Rebels if they're not careful.
So the ball's inbounded. We're inside the last 2 minutes, and this Redmond press will surely reawaken here And Coach Williams wants an over-the-back call. No call was given as it's De La Salle. 10 seconds on the shot clock. That one tipped. Fuerte going the other way. Fuerte trying to go all the way. That one stripped. They are going to call a foul. It's the back official, not the one directly underneath the hoop.
So, great opportunity by Fuerte, forcing the turnover and heading downhill, putting the Rebels in a difficult position. She will head to the line and has an opportunity to tie it up here.
We have not been tied since, I believe, 24-24.
Yeah.
Right at the start of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Both teams exchanging quick buckets, and since then, it's pretty much been Louis-Riel the entire way.
Yeah, but Redmond just doing just enough to stay in there, and they've got an opportunity. So it will be a 1-point game.
As now back into the game, it's been the star for the Rebels. Desjardins, who just gave it away. Coming the other way, Adams inside. Redmond takes the lead, 1:28 to go.
Unfortunately, I hate to say I told you so, but this is what I was talking about no less than a minute ago about playing smart and limiting your possessions and not doing too much. And unfortunately, that's an unfortunate possession there from Théa Desjardins, who's been fantastic. Maybe a critical mistake at the absolute wrong time to give the lead right back to the Redhawks. But we have De La Salle back at the line. She missed that. She went 1 for 2 in her last appearance, but makes the first.
First is the most important one as it's tied back again at 48 with a chance for Louis-Riel to once again take the lead, and they do not, but Christopher once again off the free throw. That's been taken away. Fuerte underway, De La Salle chasing, up with the left, gets it to go, 50-48 for the Redhawks.
So Christopher getting that offensive rebound, but unfortunately turning it over to Fuerte.
Almost another turnover taken to the other way, and this is going to be called on Desjardins, and surely head coach Andre Desjardins is not going to be thrilled. Coach Warren Williams is calling for a clear path to the basket foul, but none will be called. But Adams will be going to the line for 2 free throws with a chance to make this a 2-possession game. That was a huge turn of events there, Ryan.
Unbelievable. Thankfully, haven't been punished there for that foul, but turnovers at the absolute wrong time.
Adams splits the first 2 attempts.
You hate to see that, Zach. Louis-Riel, as we were talking about, has pretty much been in control of this whole game, and sometimes this happens where you don't close the door. You give that team an opportunity to get back into this game, and it looks like the Redhawks today, particularly, are going to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, some 2 costly turnovers there over the last 30 seconds to give up that lead, and they weren't necessary. They weren't necessary. There were opportunities where they could have controlled the ball. They've been relatively successful breaking that trap. But in that instance, a couple of key turnovers have led to some quick transitions, which have led to fouls, which have led to additional points. So, unfortunately, the Rebels have been their own worst enemies coming down, and it's going to come down to execution in this last minute to see, who's going to pull this one out.
Especially in the last 2 minutes here, you've seen examples of those turnovers. But the window's still open, so now it's on Redmond to try and play their most clean game.
Absolutely.
To see if they don't make any mistakes here. Because this game, with 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining, Louis-Riel ball, it's still a 1-possession game. A 3 ties the game.
But credit to all credits due with Warren Williams. He brought in Zidafidis and Fuertes, and they've been the difference makers since coming in at that 2-minute mark.
Another errant pass, but this one eventually taken by Desjardins. And that one off the foot of Uyense, loses the dribble to Christopher. 5 seconds on the shot clock. What are they going to do inside? Uyense gets there.
She might have lost control there, able to turn it into 2 points. Incredible individual effort there by Uyense, and we're down to the last 40 seconds of this game.
45 seconds to go.
Tension.
Rusinic getting fouled. Going to the line.
You can sense the tension in the air. It looks like it's going to be coming down to another single point again. If If you don't like this, you do not like basketball. This is exactly what we watch for, is moments like this.
First one good. Extends the lead to 2. 40.2 seconds to go. 1 timeout remains for the Rebels. 2 remain for the Redhawks.
And makes the second. So it will be, again, looks like Desjardins going to look to take a timeout. Now, Zach, if you are Desjardins, you've got 40 seconds, so you maybe have, let's be generous and say you got 3 possessions. Knowing that you have potentially 3 possessions, what's kind of the call here?
They've shot. The issue is you think about it, and you think about on the other end.
Yep.
And you think about the free throw shooting. I think you still have to make them shoot as many free throws
Yep.
as possible. I think if the quick 2 is there,
Yep.
which they're probably going to be guarding pretty heavily towards the perimeter.
Yep.
Go the quick 2 route.
Yep.
You still have time where even with a foul, and you don't have to foul at all because it's still 1 possession.
No.
So it's find the right bucket.
Yep.
Find the best quality bucket. It might end up being a 3, but ultimately, if you can find something underneath to cut it to 1 and still give yourself enough time for another possession, then I think that's the way you need to go.
Yeah, there's no need to come out of this and gun a 3. Like you said, try and get the easy 2, either foul or force a turnover. Try and force a turnover, obviously, first, and you could put it on the Redhawks to make your free throws and seal this game, but let's just see if they can get out of this. Redhawks bench cheering on this team. Wanted to see some defense here.
So it's a 14 seconds on the shot clock as the ball's in the front court. De La Salle almost lost the ball. Front of where this call was made, and I don't think the ball ever hit the floor.
De La Salle pulled that up. Not going to question the ref. Maybe you saw something a little bit different there, but it looked like De La Salle did not dribble on that end line and still had an opportunity to pivot and pass out of it, but it's tough.
That's massive call, down 3.
De La Salle, who's been so sure of herself with the ball today, who's made some fantastic plays, has had some fantastic offensive sets and created some easy buckets for her teammates. Unfortunately, with the critical turnover here, with about 36.7 seconds left. Now, if you are the Redhawks, you have to be expecting a foul at this point.
Actually, that's where I disagree with you, Ryan.
Okay.
I think that's the silver lining to an incredibly quick turnover is they can get a stop in 24 seconds here.
Yeah.
And after that, you've still got 12 seconds, which is plenty of time to run a play.
Then you got to get that 3.
But you also have to remember, you're going to have to get it either way if you foul.
Of course. I mean, sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're right. You're certainly right on that one.
For now, you're going to see aggressive but not trying to foul, as they'll probably try and do a 4-corner kind of play. As driving, almost looking for a quick shot there, but no, they're just going to keep swinging around. It's the 4-corner play.
Yep.
Inside, trying to make it 2 possession. No timeouts. Got to go. 21 seconds to go. Into the corner. Desjardins. And
so Desjardins looking for her sister to kick it out. Redhawks doing a fantastic job to get into those passing lanes and prevent the kick out there for the 3. Unfortunately, lost the opportunity to pass it out onto the far side, turned around and brought up her foot, and that's going to create the double dribble, and it's going to be a turnover. So now, at least now I'm going to be right. They do have to foul at this point if they're going to stand any chance. They've got 14.7 seconds left. Hopefully they can maybe get 2 misses on those free throws. They head to the line, get those misses, and try and come back down, but you may see a little ticky-tacky play right now as Redmond tries to close the door on what has been a fantastic game from them. Not getting down, staying, the lead was at 1.7 points. They didn't get down. They just chipped away, didn't go for any home run shots, just did their job on offense and on defense. And looks like in the last 2 minutes, they're able to secure this lead after being down for majority of the second half of this game.
we've seen the trap scheme.
Yep.
of Redmond quite a bit in this game. We've seen press from the Rebels, but we've yet to see a trap scheme. It's going in the front court. Backcourt is available off the inbounds here. So let's see what Redmond does on what might be the most important inbounds of the game.
You can hear it. You can feel it. This is a big moment here. They just can't turn the ball over and give an easy bucket here to the Rebels.
14.7 seconds. So the shot clock does come back on. In the event of a shot clock violation.
Oh, no foul there by Cedar Fantos. Oh, and there's a turn.
It's going. Going for the. No good. Rebound Xenofontos and quickly foul.
Fantos being secure with the ball.
And Desjardins giving the thumbs up to McFarland there.
So great job there by Xenofontos securing that rebound, not losing her composure, not trying to kick it out and turn a transition, holding on to the ball, forcing the foul from the Rebels, and she will head to the line to shoot 2.
So it was a great opportunity. It was a good quality shot. But there's still 5.8 seconds. Do you think there would have been anything to benefit from waiting for the rest of the offense, maybe trying to find a better three-point shooter than McFarland?
The challenge, though, is, you've got McFarland out there. While she can see over the defense, unsure of where her teammates are, unsure of where to kick out that pass, and had the opportunity, saw the clock was running down. Better to take that shot than try and look for a better opportunity, especially in the kind of chaos of transition there. So I'm not mad at her for pulling up and taking that shot. It's exactly what she had to do. Maybe you want a better opportunity, but given the situation, given how much time's left on the clock, you can't be mad at him.
So it's Xenofontos missing the first.
Little bit of life here for the Rebels.
A reminder, no timeouts remaining.
So cannot advance it to the front court. This will have to be an end-to-end if they want to get it. They want to get tie this game up. They make it 2 possessions here. So
one is the all-important free throw, and that's just gonna about do it. And a foul is called, but I think they're gonna call the game. And Redmond, the Red Hawks, picking up victory number 1 on